guess what's different? I'm married to Hwasa! I know, you're jealous, aren't you? Mamamoo News, bringing you news all about Mamamoo. First off, let's give a hand to the richest Moomoo ever. A Moomoo put up a Moomoo Much ad on Music Core's homepage that'll last a week. It already ended, but that's gotta be so expensive. I commend you, bro. I commend you. Speaking of Moomoo Much, ONEWE actually did a cover of the song on the radio, putting their own flair to it. And guess who else performed Moomoo Much? That's right, Mamamoo themselves. So they first performed Moomoo Much live on K-Contact. Not only did they do wonderful performances without getting hurt, thankfully, their backstage interview was also fun to watch. So their host, Gi Kwang, told them to go make a bunch of Polaroids around the set, and after they'd done that, Solar actually suggested silently that they should all 5 take a photo together. But he mistook her gesture as for him to take the photo instead of all 5. So he took a photo of all 4 of them, and then finally said it out loud, "Why don't we all take a photo together?" And he was like, "Oh, I'm honored. Of course I would love to do that." And so they all took a selfie. It was very heartwarming because, fun fact, they're actually the second group in that season to ask the host to take a group selfie with him included. The first was his own group, Highlight. Now, Highlight and Mamamoo have actually crossed paths a lot during their career. For example, one of the members, Yang Yosep, was their host in Moo Live Talk, and Wheein actually confessed that during middle school, she really liked him. And then, of course, Gi Kwang is their host for the second time in K-Contact, and their leader, Yoon Doo-jin, was their MC host in 2016's Weekly Idol during You're the Best promotions. Now, of course, the MCs are very good at making people feel comfortable because that's their job, but those frequent encounters probably have helped their level of comfortness around them as well. For example, during the meet and greet, our 2 Beast idols have met. A topic that they chose for Solar is her tearing up the stage, aka her shirt. I'm sure you probably remember this. It was during their FW concert. And relating to that, Hwasa mentioned to Gi Kwang, "Oh, didn't you actually tear up a lot of shirts on stages as well?" And then he was like, "Oh, no, I just threw them off." Either way, they're both shirtless. And he's actually well known to take off his shirt a lot during these concerts. So much that his company actually told him to take it down a notch. But we got both our shirtless idols on stage. They have so much in common.
Do the thing, do the thing.
We can make a whole segment with Mamamoo and Squid Game. So, Mamamoo appeared on Access Hollywood for an interview regarding their performance in K-Contact High Five. They revealed for Halloween that they want to dress up as the Squid Game characters. If you haven't seen the drama yet, there might be a little bit of a spoilers, but it's not too big. Solar wants to be the square manager since she's the leader.
상급자의 허가 없이 먼저 말하지 않는다.
Moonbyul will be the front man because she likes to control Solar.
Frontman speaking.
Wheein will be player 67 because she likes women with short hair.
아직도 하세냐?
And Hwasa will be player number 1 because she's really good at impressioning him.
나 너무 무서워.
Mamamoo's WAW Japan Edition album is finally out, and you can listen to the new songs, Japanese versions of Where Are We Now and Moomoo Much, and Strange Day. Strange Day is about their feelings after a breakup. There's no lyric video for it yet, but I'm sure we'll be seeing it soon. Now, they released a Japanese music video for the Japanese version of Moomoo Much. It looks very similar to the Korean music video. However, there's actually some scenes that are different. If you want to see it side by side, I actually uploaded a video showing the 2 music videos so you can check it out yourself. Speaking of new releases, Moonbyul's OST for Hanyang Diary is actually going to be released on October 7th at 6 p.m. Korean Standard Time. The title translates to Half of Half. It's a medium tempo acoustic song that Moonbyul and Gaho worked together on, containing the honest feelings of the 2 characters, wanting the other person to like them only as much as half of them. If the translation is right, their relationships actually sounds a lot complicated. It's her first solo OST, and it's with the famous Gaho. If you don't know who he is, he worked on Itaewon's most famous OST, Start. I think their voices will go really well together. I'm really looking forward to it. Starting October, we got a whole bunch of Mamamoo content slapping us in our face. It was so much I couldn't even handle it. We had Solar on Sketchbook, Moonbyul's 99th episode of Studio Moon Night, and not a preview of Hwasa's I Live Alone. So Solar went on Sketchbook alone. She was invited as part of the theme, Sentimental Musicians, to start October. She says that her outfit concept was a blind date. She also did the karaoke segment, singing You're the Best. Her mission is to sing with creative choreography and with a children's hat on. Hwasa went over to Hyunmu's house where he's selling his items like a flea market because every profit that he makes, it's going to get donated. So she bought a lot of stuff.
거울 보고 오세요. 아니 이 친구 아주 그냥.
저희가 살래요.
Hwasa also collabed with Tommy Jeans, where you can see a bunch of YouTube clips of her modeling. You can see her being sexy and charismatic 1 second and then super cute and lovingly in another. Just so you know, people sub Sketchbook and I Live Alone pretty diligently, so you should see an update in the Google Sheets within a week. Now, Solar just released a YouTube video that was sponsored by this hair company. If you international fans want the same product, you can go use the global site down link below to get the same exact product from the same site. I left a comment on the video leaving the link, but I'm pretty sure it got blocked because of the link. So I'm telling you guys here, if you want it, it's down below. Moonbyul went live on Instagram for about 16 minutes before her show. She actually ends up confirming Solar's comment about Mamamoo's future projects, saying it's actually really hard for them to coordinate their schedules since they're apart. More on that later.
솔직하게 얘기를 무무들한테는 해야 한다고 저는 생각하는 사람이에요. 당분간은 단체의 뭔가의 창작물은 어렵지 않을까, 아무래도 상황들이 또 다르다 보니까 당분간 그래도 틈틈이 보여드리려고는 모든 같은 마음이긴 하지만 어렵지 않을까라는 생각이 좀 듭니다. 서로 떨어져 있기에. 하지만 그래도 다 같은 마음으로 생각은 하고 있기에.
On her 99th episode of Studio Moon Night, she reveals the next week's guest. So Monday is Casper, the choreographer of Eclipse and Absence. She says since Casper is guesting on Studio Moon Night, that means something's gonna happen in October too. I don't know if it's wordplay on Casper the Ghost and the Halloween coming up, or if that means she'll be doing a dance cover choreographed by Casper, or maybe that simply just means Casper's doing something in October, and that's why he needs to promote it. Probably the latter, although I really wish that she would release a dance cover of some sort. I think Casper is a really talented choreographer. Cypher will be guesting on Wednesday, and then Friday is Paul Kim. Oh my god.
문별 씨가 폴킴 씨 노래를 커버를 한 적이 있네요.
제가 진짜 팬이거든요. 근데 이제 생일 때 이제 제가 팬분들한테 선물을 주려고 노래를 고르다가 딱 그 있잖아라는 노래가 너무 딱 와닿는 거예요. 그래서 커버를 하게 됐었어요. 한번 꼭 찾아봐.
바로 들어볼게요.
네.
이런 영광스러운.
그럼 저 문별 씨 눈 쳐다보시면서 있잖아 조금만 불러주세요.
대박. 웬일이야. 어머나.
지금 나 하나도 괜찮지가 않아. 지금 널 이대로 그냥 잃어버릴까봐.
제대로 못 쳐다봐.
아니, 별이 언니가 아까 노래 끝나고도 역시.
She's a real fan of Paul Kim. And I think Paul Kim is just so sweet and down to earth. If you don't know anything about him, you have to check out this video. He watches and reacts to one of his fans' daily life. It's so sweet. She's covered one of his songs. She sings his songs all the time. When they met on the radio, she was super happy. It should be an interesting episode. What I'm interested in seeing is if Moonbyul, the mint chocolate hater, knows that he's actually a mint chocolate lover. But I guess we'll see Friday. Wheein sent a coffee truck to her boss, Ravi. His caption reads, what should I do with Wheein? I was going to send one to the scene first, but thanks to Wheein, I cheered up and will surely pay her in kind, aka pay her back for support. Wheein wrote on the side of the truck, Look at our oppa's pose, you. The moment I said people who think one sick is sexy, raise your hands up. The earth became a sea urchin. I don't know what that means, but it's apparently a cheesy comment. I think she's learning a little bit too much from Moonbyul. Wheein also responded to the post with a heart, fire, and hands up. You can also use those emotes for Miss Solar. She's joined World Vision, a Girls 60 Days campaign to provide girls with sanitary pads and safe toilets. This fundraiser will teach them about sex education and menstrual hygiene management. She says, quote, without sanitary pads, it can be a survival issue to some children, just like these kids who are facing this problem. Hey, sister. On top of that, throw some emotes down in the comments because Mamamoo is the first and only K-pop group with all members' solo Spotify profiles surpassing 500,000 followers. They really make you proud standing them. Adding on some more excitement, RBW has finally confirmed through an article that Hwasa is steadily preparing for her solo. We were told by Hwasa in backstage, but it's kind of like now official news about this. We still don't know when, but I think it'll happen before this year ends. Going back to Moonbyul and Solar's comments about a group project coming, I think it's mainly because Hwasa's going to do a comeback. Speaking of Mamamoo's agency, RBW is currently participating in a drama School 2021 album production. The lineup will be filled with a large number of top artists, hopefully Mamamoo as well, because I love their OSTs. To end things on a warm note, Moonbyul has gifted Mamamoo Unnie a Gucci bracelet or necklace for her birthday. I'm glad they're still talking together, even though she's not in RBW anymore. But that's it for today's news. I hope you enjoyed. Love you, appreciate you, and I'll see you later. Bye!